Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for the next episode in the Solicitation Station. And as you can see before me, I have the Marvel previews and also the DC Connect. And I think by the time this goes up, I'll probably be, not long after this one goes up, I'll probably be getting the next Marvel previews along with the next DC Connect, so I'll have to work on getting a video done for them out of the way as soon as possible. So I'll now get things ready for the first one that I'll be working on. So starting off with the Marvel previews, we see that Peter Parker is on the cover, and we've got the return of the Amazing Spider-Man issue 1 with Joe Kelly, and it's going to be very interesting to see how when this comes out, what the response will be, and if it's actually worth picking up. So presently, not much of interest here. And jumping into first things first, for interest, to which I've already asked to be added to my list, and that is all the Godzilla crossovers, whether it be with the Hulk, Spider-Man, and whoever else. We have the look at the wraparound cover for the Amazing Spider-Man, and a little bit of a look with the interior. It's nice to see Peter Parker going up against one of his villains once again, and we're getting quite spoiled here. I'm surprised. Alright, looking at this, it might actually be, rough guess, maybe bi-weekly. Then we move into the character of Daredevil. About the only Daredevil story I like is actually the one written by Frank Miller, which I think is 10 times better than his particular Dark Knight story. Of course, we get a bit of a look inside as to what will be happening in the story, and we move into Deadpool. Of what's gone past, not much of interest of what I'd want to add to the list, and it continues. Avengers and Doom, not much of interest. Hulk and Fantastic 2 now? Doom Academy does in a way sort of grab my interest, but I might wait for the trade for the series. Predator vs. Spider-Man, pass. Looks a little bit crazy in there. Of course, something in relation to the video game. Not much of interest here. And again, not much of interest. Again, not much of interest. Not much of interest once again. I do like Psylocke. She is a bit of a favorite, but doesn't mean I'll be picking up the comic. Probably not. I think I'd rather get something in a bit of a best-of or epic collection that has a star in it. Not much of interest again. And Laura Kinney is not Wolverine. Give her a real name. Even just stick with X-23. Not much of interest here. Same again. Kid Juggernaut could be interesting. Ironheart, that plagiarism of what Brian Michael Bendis ripped off from Japan, which was actually in relation to a pornography character now turned into a superhero. Not much here. If I were to get anything here in relation to the Ultimates or the Ultimate Selection, I'd probably just get the trade. Not much of interest. Same once again, and again, and again, nothing of interest. Miles Morales will never be Spider-Man. Spider-Boy, I'll probably end up picking up some of the trades in relation to this series. Not much of interest here. Not much of interest here. Nothing really of interest. Maybe I might as well just speed things up until I reach something interesting. Nothing there. Again, not much of interest. If I were to get the Daredevil, I'd probably get the Epic Collection. facsimile editions, can't go wrong with those. Then pick up this Disney crap, because that's what it is, Disney crap. Same applies to all this Disney crap. Not a lot of interest here. No report of any Epic collection yet. Must be closer towards the end then. Yay! The collected editions. Not much of interest. That Nam one looks about the only one of interest. If only it was in trade. Or softcover trade. Not much of interest here. Same again. And again. And pretty much again. How long until we reach the Epic collections? We'll soon find out. Ultraman Avengers. Okay, that might be worth to pick up. Disney Trash you don't want to pick up. Not much of interest there. Maybe the Ultimate X-Men Volume 2. Not much of interest here. Remember, Miles Morales will never be Spider-Man. Not much of interest there. Finally back into more of the collections. Just waiting at this point to reach the Epic collections. And finally, something actually worth picking up. Probably the Fantastic Four Epic collections. That would be worth it. Not much of interest here. Not a lot here. Same again, we're slowly drawing towards the end. And as we finally reach the end, one thing I do like to do is have a look at the posters, and if I was able to pick a poster that I'd want to get, which one would I get? About the only good poster there, I think, is probably just the Amazing Spider-Man one. If I were to pick any. Well, now it's time to move on to DC Connect. And as we move into the DC Connect, we get the Superman special, which has already been added to my list. And moving on to the inside, we get, well, the graded comics. With Harley Quinn being a degenerate. Along with the degenerate writer, Joanne Starer. Was she a member on Epstein's list? Probably. Moving into the rest of the things that we've got here. We've got quite a number of covers and whatever else. We, of course, have a bit of a look at the Superman special and whatever else that is coming out Superman-wise. And, of course, Superman is on my list, all except the Absolute Superman, which feels like Punisher as Superman. Yeah, really lame idea, DC. Of course, we've got the facsimile editions, which would definitely be worth to pick up. And, of course, moving into the area around Superman Day. Then finally moving into the Hush storyline. And whatever else is about to take place in the All-In Absolute universe. I will say one thing. I have decided to just check out the first issue of the Absolute Flash by Jeff Lemire, because I do actually enjoy his writing. How he goes about with writing the story in the Absolute Flash, I got no idea. So I'm wondering if I might have to put it through the Fool's Gold treatment. Of course, we move into the Batman Superman and the Justice League Unlimited, with some connecting covers as well. Of course, we get our big poster coming in. A lot of these I'm not interested in, all except maybe Aquaman. Not really collecting the Wonder Woman stuff, but the Detective Comics stuff I am. Until Simon Spurrier picks up his storytelling a little bit more, I'm wondering if I should start to drop the series. And of course, we've got the appearance of the Secret Six, to which I've, I think, only requested to check out the first 2 issues only. Alright, nothing really here that I'll be picking up. Well, the New Gods is off my list. Nightwing is still on it. JS8, not even on it. Batman and Robin, still on my list. Black Canary, not on it. Some of these are on the list, some of them aren't. Nothing really here on my list. Same again with this. The free comic book day stuff, not work it out on Free Comic Book Day of what I end up getting. So looking at what's there, not much for the April Fool's variants. With Ramvi doing whatever he's doing, Resurrection Man. Whether it'll be good or not, I think I might just wait to hear some feedback on it. If it turns out to be good, maybe I'll consider picking up the first couple of issues. This is one thing I have sort of added to my list, and it's the DC crossover with Sonic the Hedgehog. Some more goody, or some more facsimile editions. Can't go wrong with them. Moving into some of the trades that'll be coming out. And of the trades here, is there anything of interest? Not really. Maybe the Death and Return of Superman. But I've already got the whole set of the series, so I don't really need it. Some more trades. Any of interest? No, not really. The Finest Collection. Anything of interest? Not really. We've got the Deceased Compact Edition. Might be worth to pick up. The Static Season 1. No, I wouldn't want to grab that. Though, if they were to do a Finest of the Static, how about you do the Finest Collection of the older Static in these? It would make more sense, and it would probably sell more trades. Anything of interest here? Maybe the Nightwing trade. And that's about all. Drawing closer towards the end. Maybe the next compendium in the Nightwing. Of course, The Authority by Warren Ellis. I'm pretty sure I asked for that. So it looks like The Authority Omnibus. Okay, that might be worth getting. And that finishes that for the Solicitation Station. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.